The Davis County Mustangs play here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Be sure to catch live online streaming of every Davis County baseball game right here on ottumwaradio.com. Previous games can be viewed on demand at ottumwaradiosports.com. Now, let's head down to the field for Mustang baseball. Here's Ellis Kojo.
And it's time for Mustang Baseball. Welcome to Knoxville, the home of the Panthers, where Davis County hits the road to take on the Knoxville Panthers in a conference road game. Great to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. I'm Ellis Kojo. I'm joined by Corey Finch, who is our producer for tonight. Davis County on a 3-game winning streak, putting it online, looking for a season-high 4 straight. After a season opening loss to Centerville, they've really righted the ship, and they're playing. I bet Coach White wouldn't say they're playing well, but they're winning while they're learning, while they're cleaning up their play. So that might be a more apt description of their season thus far. They take on a Knoxville team that has dominated the South Central Conference over recent years, but this year they have a 3-9 record with a South Central Conference record of 3-4. Coming up next, we'll take a closer look at the Davis County Mustangs. We'll look at their 3-game winning streak. What's gone right? What's gone wrong? We'll get into all of that next on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Knoxville, home of the Panthers. Davis County versus Knoxville coming up in a little bit here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. You're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson and his team today, where results in your field are their first concern. Davis County checks in with a 3-1 record. They have a 2-1 mark in the South Central Conference, still trying to make up the disparity in games that they have. Their opponent, Knoxville, is playing their 13th game, and Davis County, if I do my math correctly, will be playing game number 5 tonight. This is the end of what has been a gauntlet for Davis County. They've had 2 makeup games so far this week. They started off the week playing against EBF in a non-conference matchup, and they walked off, make that a conference matchup, and they walked off on them, winning 4-3 in 8 innings. Then they took on Wayne, beating them 15-5 in 6 innings. That was on Tuesday. And then last night, thanks to a wonderfully pitched performance by Trevor Slayton, he had a complete game 2-hit shutout. Davis County was able to overcome Albia by a final score of 2-0. That brings us to our game tonight. Caleb Wagler will take the mound for the Mustangs. Things did not go well for him the last time he was here in Knoxville. We'll get into that as the game goes on. So Davis County looking for win number 4 in a row, and they're taking on the Knoxville Panthers. Tomorrow, Davis County is going to be in Burlington, playing in the Burlington tournament. They'll be playing the Greyhounds of Burlington first at 10 o'clock in the morning, and then following that game, immediately following, they'll be taking on Davenport North to wrap up their tourney. Then they'll have the Bloomfield rest up a bit, and then they'll have a Monday date against the defending state champ Centerville in Bloomfield, and that will be a doubleheader starting at 5 on Monday. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the Knoxville Panthers. How's their season gone so far? We'll take a closer look at it when we come back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County versus Knoxville coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. You're watching the Mustangs warm up before their South Central Conference showdown with the Knoxville Panthers. Knoxville comes in with a 3-9 record. They are 3-4 in the South Central Conference. They lost one, but they have won 2 of their last 3. Their head coach is Matt Miller. They're batting .264 as a team, and that's really what's driving them right now is their offense. They have scored 66 runs thus far this season. That is tops in the South Central Conference. Their problems have been on the mound, however. They have a 5.34 team ERA. That is second to last. In case you're wondering who was last, it was Davis County's opponent last night, Albia, who came in with an ERA just over 8 before their game last night with the Mustangs. Mike Hudson will take the mound for Knoxville. He has an 0-1 record with 6 innings pitched. He has a 1.17 ERA, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and he has a batting average. Actually, opponents are batting .185 against him. This is a proud Knoxville team. The press box that we're in, if you look on the outside, you can see all the accomplishments the baseball team has garnered over the years, and their recent run of being conference champions is nothing short of impressive. In 2015, they won the conference crown with a 17-1 record. 2016, 15-3 was good enough for tops in the conference. In 2017, they went 16-2 to win the conference, and then they won it for the 4th straight year last year, going 30-12 with a 16-2 South Central Conference record. So their fortunes have most certainly changed in this year, and they'll look to turn things around starting tonight versus Davis County. Coming up next, we'll give you the starting lineups brought to you by Pulaski Lumber for both Davis County and Knoxville. You're listening to the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson and his team today where results in your field are their first concern. You're watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Head coaches Todd White for Davis County and Matt Miller for Knoxville are exchanging lineup cards as we are getting closer to first pitch between Knoxville and Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. This is the Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson and his team today where results in your field are their first concern. Starting lineups are brought to you by Pulaski Lumber. If you're starting a project around the house, make sure and check with Chris and the team first for all your building and hardware needs. Davis County leads off with Owen Bennett. He's in right field. Trevor Slayton's at shortstop. He bats second. Batting third and at second base is Draven DeCry. Noah Smolik will be the cleanup hitter. He bats third. He'll be at third base. Batting fourth and the DH for tonight is Clay Collier. Garl Norman's in center field. He bats sixth. Batting seventh and catching is Caden Hill. Batting eighth and at first base is Logan Hale. And batting ninth in left field is Nathan Smolek. So again for Davis County, Bennett in right, Slayton at short, DeCry at second, Smolek at third, Collier's the DH, Norman in center. Hill is catching, Hale at first, and Nathan Smolek is the left fielder. Davis County, as I said, top of the broadcast, 3-1 on the season, 3 straight wins, looking for win number 4 later tonight. And now for Knoxville, the Panthers come in with a 3-9 record, 3-4 in the South Central Conference. Colton Jones leads things off. He's a shortstop. Mike Hudson is on the mound pitching. He bats second. Batting third at third base is Ben Olson. Batting fourth and in right field is Caleb Striegel. R.J. Roberts is second base. He bats fifth. At first base is Kyle Ramsey, batting sixth. Batting seventh and at center field is Carter Bailey. Bodie Cox bats eighth, and he is the catcher. And Logan Clark bats ninth, and he is the DH. Again for Knoxville, Jones at short, Hudson pitching, Olson at third, Striegel at right, Roberts at second, Ramsey at first. Bailey in center, Cox catching, and Clark is the DH. We will take a break, and hopefully we can time out the national anthem as the Knoxville lineup is being introduced. Actually, let's keep it here while the Knoxville Panthers take the field.
Batting fifth, second baseman number 1, R.J. Roberts. Batting sixth, first baseman number 12, Kyle Ramsey.
Bold choice by Knoxville, by the way, wearing all black today.
Carter Bailey.
It is 84 degrees, although there is a pleasant breeze, so it's not quite, doesn't quite feel like 84, but still. Wearing all black in June is a very bold choice. All right, let's take a break for the national anthem. When we come back, first pitch between Davis County and Knoxville was right around the corner on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keys Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keys Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keys Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
National Anthem's been played, the starting lineups have been announced, and we are just getting set for Davis County baseball from here in Knoxville as Mike Hudson starts his warm-up pitches. He'll see Owen Bennett, Trevor Slayton, and Draven DeCry to lead off the top of the first. Davis County 2-1 in the South Central Conference as they continue to try to make up the games that were washed out by Mother Nature earlier this season. Hudson looks, he's a left-hander. I'm wondering if Backstreet Boys Quit Playing Games with My Heart was a was an intentional choice, or was it just a random part of the shuffle that's being played? But Knoxville, as I said at the top of the broadcast, not having problems putting the bat on the ball, leads the South Central Conference in runs scored, but it is the pitching really that has caused them problems. Owen Bennett will be the first up for Davis County, and he is off to a slow start, 1 for 12 for the season. Davis County will be wearing their all-white uniforms. Incidentally, they have not worn their all-white jerseys since the opening game in Centerville, the one they lost. Makes me wonder if it's been superstition that has prevented them from wearing the all-whites, or if it was it just knowing that Knoxville was going to go all black and not to wear their maroon tops like they had the last 3 games. So one more toss for Mike Hudson, and now to throw to second. Owen Bennett strides to the plate, and we are just about ready to get underway from here in Knoxville. It's like first pitch will come right at 7:45. Hudson with the nod, and here comes the first pitch to Bennett. It is on the inside corner for strike 1, and we are underway. Game time temperature 84 degrees. First pitch at 7:45. And Hudson with a long look into his catcher Cox. Now the 0-1. Curveball is fouled away. And the count is 0-2. A lot of spectators sitting around the field, so they'll have to be cognizant of any wayward foul balls, such as the one that just came off the bat of Bennett. That's ripped in the right center field, and that drops for a base hit. Owen Bennett with his first hit since the season opener, and a good start for Davis County here to lead off the top of the first.
Now batting the shortstop, Trevor Slayton.
Trevor Slayton's the batter, and although he leads Davis County in batting average, going into yesterday's game with a .455 average, he really did his talking with his arm last night. Here's the first pitch from Hudson. That's up and outside for ball 1. Trevor Slayton with a complete game, 2-hit shutout. A masterful performance, requiring only 68 pitches. He walked none and struck out 4. The 1-0. High and inside, making the count to an 0. Davis County has not hit any homers as of yet. As far as the current lineup is configured, Slayton has the most of any returning Mustang. He had 3 last year. That pitch is outside, and the count now is 3-0. Waiting on deck is Draven DeCry. Hudson, after losing Bennett, after getting him down 0-2, hasn't thrown a strike yet to Slayton. And here's the next one to Trevor. Outside corner, strike 1. Gonna have to get used to the umpire. Bit of a delay call from him. So not only Knoxville wearing black, umpires wearing black as well. That pitch is lined past the second baseman into right field for a base hit. Owen Bennett stops at second, and Davis County has runners at first and second, nobody out, and here's Draven DeCry.
Draven DeCry.
Draven DeCry comes in with an average just below 400. He was 1 for 3 last night with an RBI. That brings his season total to 5 on the season. Bennett takes his lead from first. Slayton make that Bennett from second, Slayton from first, and Hudson steps off. Mike Hudson, 0-1 on the season, has pitched 6 innings thus far this year. Here's the first pitch. Squaring around the bunt is DeCry. He gets it down at the first base line. Hudson pounces on it, throws the first in time for the out, so that will go down as a sacrifice, 1-3. Bennett advances to third. Slayton advances to second, and Noah Smolik now has a chance to knock in 1, perhaps 2 runs here in the top of the first. Just getting started from here in Knoxville. Noah Smolik, batting right-hander versus the left-hander Hudson. Here's the first pitch to him. That's grounded to second. Roberts scoops it up, throws to first, and it gets past the first baseman. Bennett scores. Right behind him is Slayton. He scores. 2-0 Davis County on the throwing error by R.J. Roberts.
Now batting designated hitter, Clay Collier.
That brings up Clay Collier, the DH. And Davis County is off to a quick 2-0 start. Runner at first, 1 out. Throw to first, and Zmolik is picked off. Ramsey throws to Roberts, and he makes the tag for the out. And so Zmolik got picked off. That's the second out of the inning. Bases are now empty for Clay Collier. Hudson with a kick in the pitch. That's a breaking ball that's in there for strike 1. I joked last night that Clay Collier making outs was against his religion. He was 5 for 5 going into yesterday's game. That pitch is well outside into the backstop. That hit the backstop on the fly, just to illustrate how off target Hudson was. That evens the count at 1-1. Collier was 0 for 2 with a walk last night, so his average is down to a rather pedestrian 7.14 on the season. Here's the pitch to Collier, over but low, and now the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Collier also leads Davis County in runs batted in. He has 6, greatly aided by the 5 he knocked in versus Wayne this past Tuesday. The 2-1 pitch is hit in the air to right field, getting in front of Striegel, and it bounces past him and towards the wall. Collier rounding second, heading to third. He'll have a stand-up triple. A sinking line drive that Striegel tried to dive for but missed. And once it got past him, Collier was off to the races. So Garl Norman has a chance to knock in the third Davis County run with the base hit here. He comes into tonight's game with a .333 average. He went 1 for 3 last night with a stolen base in their win versus Albia. First pitch to Norman, grounded foul to the third base side. Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing. As the Mustangs have jumped on top with 2 runs, 2 unearned, thanks to an error. Hudson with the pause, and now the 0-1. Fastball got past Cox, but no advance by Clay Collier. So a not wild enough pitch. Cox slammed against the gate. And he looks to be okay as he makes his way slowly back to the plate. Home plate umpire asks the young catcher if he's okay. And I guess he gave him an affirmative answer. Cox back in his squat. 1-1 pitch coming to Garl Norman, and that is over the outside corner for strike 2. Hudson a strike away from getting out of this jam. Norman looking to get in that runner from third. The 1-2 pitch, swung at a pitch in the dirt. Cox will have to throw it to first, which he does, and that will end the inning. But Davis County pushes across 2 runs on 3 hits. 1 error with a man left. And heading to the bottom of the first is Davis County 2. Knoxville coming up on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
First inning is brought to you by Dixon's Mattress Outlet. Think of them first to get a great night's sleep. Call Darren today. 2-0 Davis County as we head to the bottom of the first on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. I'm Alice Kojo, joined by Corey Finch, our producer. Great to have you with us on this Friday night as Davis County's season rolls on. Off to a 3-1 start, looking for their 4th straight win tonight versus the Panthers. Colton Jones, Mike Hudson, Ben Olson will be the threesome taking on Caleb Wagler here in the first. Wagler's a junior left-hander. Comes in with, doesn't have a record yet, and 7 innings pitched. Here's a first pitch coming, and it's upstairs for ball 1. Wagler's pitched 7 innings, has an ERA of 1, and he's walked 9 and struck out 11 in those 7 innings. The 1-0. Grounded to second. DeCry waits on it, scoops it up, and throws the first in time for out number 1.
Now batting the pitcher, Mike Hudson.
That brings up Mike Hudson, the pitcher for tonight, batting left-handed. And if you want to keep an eye on one stat for Caleb Wagler, it's the walks. When he's throwing strikes, he is tough. But when he throws walks, the opponent can just wait him out. Squaring around the bunt is Hudson. He pulls it back, but he takes a strike. Mike Hudson comes in batting .314 on the season, and he has 7 runs batted in. The wind in the 0-1, a bit inside, and Hudson stayed in well on that inside fastball. You would normally see a batter either twist or jackknife out of the way, but Hudson stood his ground. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Good pitch there by Wagler, making the count 1-2. Wagler in his last outing struck out 9 as he was up against EBF on Monday. That's fouled away at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Mike Hudson. Ben Olson, most dangerous hitter for Knoxville, waits on deck. Davis County leads 2-0. 1 ball, 2 strikes with the bases empty and 1 out here in the bottom of the first. And the pitch to Hudson, a curveball inside, and Hudson ducked out of the way to even the count at 2-2. Nathan Smolik is in left field. Garl Norman is in center. Owen Bennett is in right. Wagler nods his head. Now he winds and comes home with a break-even pitch. It's low and outside, and they got to the backstop past Hill, and the count now is full. Noah Smolik is at third. Trevor Slayton's at short. Draven DeCry at second. Logan Hale at first, with Caden Hill behind the plate. Wagler is ready with a payoff pitch. It's fouled back. That was a fastball in on the hands of Hudson that he was able to fight off. Here comes another 3-2 pitch to Mike Hudson. Outside corner, strike 3 called, and Hudson goes down looking. That's the first strikeout for Wagler. That is the Keys Food strikeout. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and the staff at Keys Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. That brings in Ben Olson. And as I said moments before, he is the most dangerous hitter Knoxville has to offer. First pitch bounces to the plate. That might have gotten a piece of the throwing hand of Hill. And so the umpire, in a matter of courtesy, will walk out a fresh ball to Wagler to give Hill a chance to maybe shake off what will most likely be a bruise on his throwing arm. Head coach Todd White's going to come out to look at his catcher, actually, and Hill is holding up his arm, and looks like the inside of his forearm is what's hurting. Looks like they might have got him on the elbow. Hill now flexing his hand to try to demonstrate to Coach White that he can still has range of motion both in his hand and also his arm as he's shaking it around. Todd White is satisfied, so he heads back to the first base dugout. Hill takes his place behind the plate, and Ben Olsen gets back in with a count of 1-0. Wagler winds and comes home with a 1-ball, no-strike pitch. That's fouled away. That was hit with authority foul to the first base side, 1-1. Ben Olsen batting .364. That leads the team with 3 homers on the season and 13 RBI. That also leads the squad. The 1-1. Low and inside. 2 balls, 1 strike to Olsen. Olsen also leads the team in slugging. He comes into tonight's game slugging .591. That is ridiculously good. Strike on the outside corner. Good fastball at the knees by Wagler. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Olsen. A ground out, a strikeout, and Wagler has Olsen at 2 balls, 2 strikes with the bases empty here in the bottom of the first. Wagler's next pitch is outside and low, and now the count is full. So this is the second full count that Wagler has had tonight. Now, that's not a problem if you can get the batter out, but if you end up walking somebody, that's when the pitch count really starts to climb. Payoff pitch to Olsen. Low and inside, ball 4, and Olsen is aboard on the base on balls.
Now batting right fielder Caleb Striegel.
That is the 10th walk of the season for Wagler, and that brings up Caleb Striegel. Striegel looking to make amends after a bit of a mistake in right field, although it proved not to be damaging to Knoxville in the top of the first. Striegel looks at a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Clay Collier hit a sinking line drive to the right fielder Striegel in the top of the first. Striegel dove for it, but missed it. Ended up rolling to the wall, and Collier had himself a triple. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike to Caleb Striegel. Olsen takes his lead from first, and he is definitely a threat to run, having 6 stolen bases on the season. There's another strike from Wagler, making the count 1-2. So again, Wagler's a strike away from getting out of the bottom of the first. 2-0 Davis County. And now the pitch from Wagler. Curveball, strike 3 called, and a beauty, and the inning is over. Striegel strikes out 2, and he works around a 2-out walk. Going to the top of the second, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the second rolls in. Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing. As the Mustangs look for a road conference win versus the 4-time defending conference champs Knoxville Panthers. First pitch to Caden Hill, and it is in the dirt for ball 1. Davis County hoping maybe history repeats itself. They scored 2 runs last night versus Albia, and that held up as they defeated the Blue Demons 2-0. That pitch is hit on the ground foul to the third base side, and that will even the count at 1-1. And that's what Davis County did this today as well, as they scored 2 in the top of the first, thanks to an error. So those runs were unearned, and that curveball is outside, on the outside corner, I should say, making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Caden Hill, 4 of 10 on the season. That's easy math. That's a 400 average. And now the 1-2 pitch, fastball outside, making it 2-2. Hill also has an RBI in the season. What really has improved, and a lot of people that watch Mustang baseball would probably agree. Here's a 2-2 pitch. That swung on and missed, but it gets past the catcher. Hill will make it to first on the strikeout. So Hill strikes out, but he reaches on the wild pitch. Now we have a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher, and that will be Hunter Bell.
Now batting first baseman Logan Hale.
Beg your pardon, that's Caden Glosser. Caden Glosser is the courtesy runner. Just to wrap up my point about Caden Hill, who reached on a strikeout and a wild pitch, his arm has gotten much better behind the plate. He has thrown out 3 base runners so far this year, including one where he just gunned down a would-be Albia steal. And now a pickoff. Glosser is picked off first. He is caught between first and second. The tag is made, and Glosser has been picked off. That is a second Mustang that has been picked off first, with just 1 out here in the top of the second. So Hudson must have some sort of deception in his delivery that the Mustangs really can't read. So the bases are empty, 1 out in the inning, and Logan Hale will take his cuts. Fastball off the plate outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Hale looking for his first hit of the season. He is 0 for his first 12. And he's just looking for the ball to go somewhere where an opponent is not occupied. He's had a couple hard hit balls over the past couple of games, but just no luck in regards to that. But now with the count 2-0, maybe he can find something good here that he can take a good rip at. Here's the pitch from Hudson. That's outside and low. Actually, it bounces to the backstop. 3 balls, no strikes. Nathan Smolik waits on deck for Davis County. Hudson with the wind and the 3-0. Inside, ball 4, and Logan Hale.
Now batting left fielder Nathan Smolik.
Logan Hale makes it to first, courtesy of a base on balls. Hale not much of a running threat, so I don't think he'll stray too far from first, especially since Hudson has picked off already 2 Davis County base runners. Here's Nathan Smolik. That's a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Smolik batting .200 on the season. And the 0-1. Rip foul towards the third base dugout. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for Davis County. 0-0 and 1 for Knoxville as we play in the top of the second. Hudson gets set. And now the 0-2. Hit in the air to right field. That will go foul, and that almost hit a spectator in the head. She did a good job ducking at the last minute, and that hit the fence instead of her. Quick reflexes by the spectator, and that saves her from possible catastrophe. Count stays at 0-2. The next one from Hudson. Chopped at the plate. They got a piece of the umpire. Another foul ball as Molik hangs in there. Still 0-2. Logan Hale reached first on a walk, and he takes his lead with one out here in the top of the second. Another 0-2 coming to Smolik, and now a pickoff, and once again, a Mustang has been picked off first. That is now number 3. The coaches of Davis County, Todd White, Joel Bruce, have to be beside himself. Actually, Bruce has his head in his hands. Picture the Captain Picard meme with the face palm. That's about what he looks like right now. 3 Davis County base runners erased, courtesy of Mike Hudson and his pickoff move. 0-2 now to count to Smolik with 2 outs and the bases empty. Fastball low and outside, ball 1. Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing, as the Mustangs look for their 4th straight win. Hudson looking for his 2nd strikeout of the inning, and he won't get it there. A fastball just off the outside corner, and there were about 3 or 4 Panthers that took about 3 or 4 steps towards their dugout because they thought that Hudson had a called strike 3. Instead, here's the 2-2 pitch, high and outside, and the count is full. This next pitch from Hudson, of course, my count is unofficial, but this will be his 35th pitch coming up. And here it comes. Bounces to the plate, and that's ball 4, and Smolik is aboard. That's the 2nd walk allowed by Hudson.
Now batting right fielder Owen Bennett.
And I can't imagine what the coaches of Davis County do, what they'll do if Smolik gets picked off first, because that would be 3 pickoffs in the same inning. That's something you would never hear of in a baseball game, regardless of what level it is. First pitch to Bennett, curveball, a bit high, ball 1. Hudson kind of, judging by his body language, looks like he wanted that pitch, but the umpire will not give him that high strike. A very short lead for Smolik, the 1-0. Popped up on the infield. This may be playable, and Hudson, the pitcher, makes the catch in foul territory, and the inning is over. Davis County comes up empty in the second. We head to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
2-0 Davis County as we play in the bottom of the second. Wagler is set on the mound, and here comes the first pitch to R.J. Roberts, and it's a fastball right down central for strike 1. Second innings brought to you by Protruder Orthodontics. Don't give it a second thought. Get a smile that lasts a lifetime today. The 0-1 from Wagler. That's another strike on another fastball, and the count is quickly 0-2 to R.J. Roberts, who checks in with a .216 average and 4 runs batted in. The 2-strike pitch by Wagler is on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, Mr. Roberts. 1 out.
Now batting first baseman Kyle Ramsey.
That is already 3 strikeouts for Wagler here in the bottom of the second. Strikeouts are brought to you by Keys Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and the staff at Keys Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. First pitch is fouled away by Kyle Ramsey, and Whew, that almost got a car in the parking lot. You got to be, I think you play roulette when you park in a parking lot near a baseball field. You never know if you're going to park in the right place, but that fortunately missed the black SUV in the parking lot. That's a fastball outside, evening the count at 1-1. Kyle Ramsey, first baseman for Knoxville, 235 on the season with 3 runs batted in. The line from Wagler and the 1-1. Swing and a miss on the tailing fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wagler goes into the line, and now the 1-2 pitch. That's a curveball, but that got away from him. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And now the 2-2 pitch coming from Wagler. Swing and a miss, but it gets past Hill. He has time, so he'll throw the first to Hale, and they complete the putout.
Now batting center fielder Carter Bailey.
Another strikeout for Wagler. That is now 4 on the evening. This is a sharp departure thus far, and with an inning and 2/3 gone, this is probably a perfect time to mention that that's exactly what Wagler went in Davis County's visit to Knoxville last year. They lost a doubleheader to Knoxville last year. Here comes the first pitch. That's a fastball right on the outside corner. Actually, I caught a good part of the plate. It was at the waist for strike 1. Carter Bailey's the batter, and the center fielder looks at Wagler. The 1-strike pitch hits him in the leg, his front leg, and Bailey is aboard. Wagler last year versus Knoxville. Listen to this line. An inning and 2/3 pitched, no hits, 2 earned runs, 7 walks, and 1 strikeout. So when I told you at the top how you have to keep an eye on Wagler's walks, the free passes, his last start here in Knoxville kind of illustrates that point. Bodie Cox looks at a fastball outside for ball 1. Carter Bailey is aboard first he got on the hard way as he took one off the leg. He takes his lead from first. And now the 1-0. Nope, instead it's a pickoff move. Hale throws to second, and they won't be able to get Cox, who was able to beat out the pickoff play. Wagler read it, and he threw it to his first baseman, Hale. But Hale's throw to second was a bit offline, and neither DeCry nor Slayton could collect the throw at second, and so Cox is safe. I beg your pardon, Bailey is safe. Cox is at the plate. That's a fastball. That's outside. And now the count is 2-0. The next one from Wagler is a swing and a miss. Cox being aggressive with a 2-0 count, and he came up empty on that swing. So Wagler back into the count at 2-1. The next one is a fastball on the inside corner for strike 2. And now Wagler's a strike away from getting out of this inning. A runner at second, 2 outs. Bottom of the second, Davis County with a 2-0 lead over Knoxville. Wagler in the shade. The batter is in the sunlight. Runner goes, pitches, cut on and missed. Caleb Wagler strikes out the side, and the inning is over. Nothing across for Knoxville. Then they strand a runner. At the end of 2, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
This is Lisa Bell. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans. The agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs too. We're proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today. 664-2362. And go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to Knoxville as the third inning rolls in. Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing. Great to have you with us, Ellis Kojo, along with Corey Finch, our producer for tonight. Third inning's brought to you by Geotech. Call Jody for all your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel needs. Davis County scored their 2 runs, courtesy of an error.
Shortstop Trevor Slayton.
Owen Bennett and Trevor Slayton led off with singles. Then they went to second and third, thanks to the sacrifice bunt by Draven DeCry, and then an error by the second baseman Roberts allowed both Slayton and Bennett to score. Here's the first pitch from Hudson to leadoff hitter Slayton, and it's in the dirt for ball 1. After allowing those 2 runs, Hudson's really settled down. Thanks to his pickoff move, he's been able to erase most base runners that he has allowed. The 1-0. Fastball over but low, and the count is 2-0. Hudson picked off 1 man in the second, picked off 2. Picked off 1 in the first and 2 in the second. Line drive past the diving Roberts and into center field for a base hit. Good piece of hitting by Trevor Slayton. He is now 2 for 2.
Now batting second baseman Draven DeCry.
And here's Draven DeCry, who, as I told you moments ago, laid down a sacrifice bunt. I think he was bunting for a hit, but it turned out to be a sacrifice. And a good play as it led to both Davis County runs. Davis County leads 2-0, both runs unearned. First pitch of DeCry. Fastball is hit on a hop to short. The throw to first to Roberts for 1. The throw to second for 1. The throw to first, that's a double play. DeCry hit that one on the nose, but right to Jones, and that's the 6-4-3 twin killing.
Now batting third baseman Noah Zmolik.
Oh, DeCry was called safe at first. Beg your pardon. So DeCry reaches on a fielder's choice. Noah Zmolik is the batter, and Hudson steps off. Noah Zmolik with a fly ball into left center field. Charging and making the catch is the center fielder Bailey. 2 outs.
Now batting designated hitter Clay Collier.
Now here's Clay Collier, who hit a triple past a diving Striegel his first time up in right. A pickoff move, and again DeCry, this time is picked off. Roberts drops it, throws it to first, and covering is Hudson, but he dropped the ball while he applied the tag, and DeCry is safe at first. So Hudson had him picked off, but Knoxville, for just the first time today, were not able to complete the pickoff play. And DeCry gets a second lease at life. First pitch to Collier is a breaking ball. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Hudson comes set, and the 0-1. Fastball outside, 1-1. 2 runs, 4 hits, no errors for Davis County. 0-0-1 for Knoxville as we play in the top of the third. The 1-1 to Collier. Popped up on the infield. This may be playable for either the catcher or the first baseman. And it's the catcher Cox who makes the snag near the first base dugout, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit, and a man left. And at the end of 2.5, it's Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Logan Clark will lead things off for Knoxville. Here in the bottom of the third, Davis County has a 2-0 lead over the Panthers. Lights have taken effect here in Knoxville as we have approached dusk. Here's the first pitch from Wagler. Fastball too high, ball 1. Wagler nearly done with his first time through the order. He has 5 strikeouts already tonight. The 1-0. Fastball inside corner, strike 1. Outfield playing Clark at normal depth and straight away. Here's the 1-1. That's hit to left, and settling under and making the catch is Nathan Smolik, 1 out.
Now batting shortstop, Colton Jones.
Back to the top of the order, and Colton Jones. He grounded out to second his first time up. 2-0 Davis County. Base is empty with 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Here's the first pitch of Jones. He bunts right back to Wagler. Throws the first in time, and there are quickly 2 outs.
Now batting pitcher, Mike Hudson.
Now Mike Hudson is the batter. He struck out looking his first time up. Hudson looking to help his own cause. And this could be a quick inning for Wagler if he can get it out here. That pitch is chopped to the first base side, but that is a foul ball. A lot of first pitch swinging from Knoxville, as Wagler has proven that he is throwing strikes tonight. And the first pitch might be the best pitch you see. The 0-1 to Hudson. That hit his bat, and it went foul. He ducked out the way, but it hit his bat, and it went foul to the first base dugout. So that's extremely bad luck, but the count is 0-2. How do you like that? Now the 0-2 pitch. That's hit foul to the third base side, and Hudson stays alive. How would you like to be a pitcher? A pitch gets away from you, it goes towards the batter, and not only does it not hit the batter, it hits his bat, so that counts as a strike thrown when it's nowhere near the strike zone. 0-2 pitch. Curveball, strike 3 called. He froze Mike Hudson, and the inning is over. Knoxville goes down 1-2-3. At the end of 3, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County looks to add to their 2-0 lead here in the top of the fourth. Great to have you with us on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network as the Mustangs look for their fourth straight victory against the Knoxville Panthers. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for the Mustangs. That's Norman, Hill, and Hale. Norman struck out swinging his first time up. He was the first strikeout victim of the man on the mound, the left-hander Mike Hudson. And the first pitch to Norman is a fastball that stays outside for ball 1. Hudson's allowed his fair share of base runners, but he has been what has been called a good citizen as that pitch is in the dirt for ball 2. He has cleaned up his own mess. 3 pickoffs already for Hudson as we play here in the top of the fourth. The 2-0 to Norman, and he hits that one in the air. Shallow right center field, drifting back is Roberts. It's going to drop for a base hit in the Bermuda Triangle. And neither Striegel, the right fielder, Bailey, the center fielder, or Roberts, the second baseman, could get to it. So Norman gets himself a bloop hit, and that brings up Caden Hill. He struck out swinging, but he ended up reaching on a wild pitch, and now timeout called, and here comes the head coach, Matt Miller of Knoxville. Maybe he's telling Hudson to pick off this guy at first, because that's pretty much what he's been doing all game. Meanwhile, Hill will go to talk to his head coach, Todd White. Given the way this game is going, White thinks he could probably put a little bit more pressure on Knoxville if he can push a run across here. Maybe he's thinking about playing small ball with Hill.
And DJ.
So the conference on the mound is over, and everybody goes back to their customary position. So Caden Hill strides in. And the first pitch is bunted up the first base line, but it rolls foul. One strike to Caden Hill, and he is looking to get a hit in his second at bat. Hudson with the kick and the pitch, and that's a fastball outside, and Cox thought about a snap throw to first, but he couldn't quite get it to him, and it's 1-1. Now the next one, Hill squares the bunt. It's a fastball up, snap throw to first, and back in safely is Norman. 2 balls, 1 strike to Caden Hill, and I speculated on it, but Hill has squared around the bunt now twice. Now the 2-1 pitch. Another score. He squares around again, but it's another ball on a fastball off the plate. 3-1 now the count to Hudson. Beg your pardon, to Hill. Hudson back on top of the mound. He comes set, takes a look at first. Rocks and fires. A bunt foul, and the count is full. Full count. Can't imagine that Norman will be running, considering the move that Hudson has and the fact that Norman can't get a decent jump. So you figure he'll stay put. Now throw to first, and back safely is Norman. Left-handers, man, they are scary and deceptive when it comes to that move to first. And it seems like none of the Mustangs really have Hudson figured out. The payoff pitch to Hill, swing and a miss. He strikes out.
Now batting first baseman Logan Hale.
Runner at first, 1 out, and the man they call Logie strides to the plate. Hale reached on a walk his first time up, and he, like 2 other Mustangs, got picked off shortly after. The first pitch to Hale is a fastball down the middle, but Hale fouls it back into the crowd and out of play. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for Davis County. 0-0-1 for Knoxville. Davis County up by a pair here in the top of the 4th. And the next one to Hale. Curveball, too high, ball 1. Nathan Smolik is on deck as Davis County looks to add to their 2-0 lead. Norman takes his lead from first. And the next one to Hale. Runner goes. Pitch is ripped out to center field. Going back is Bailey. He makes the catch. Norman's going to have to hustle back. And he is safe. Ramsey could not get the tag on Norman, so he was able to get back safely, as Norman made it all the way to second before Bailey caught it and then had to hustle back in order to avoid getting doubled off. 2 outs in the inning, runner at first, and Nathan Smolik will look to extend the inning. Here comes the first pitch from Hudson. And it's foul tipped at the plate, and it goes to the backstop, actually. And I think they got a piece of Bodie Cox, his throwing arm. So now both catchers have had baseballs go off their throwing arms today. And hopefully umpire will walk the next ball out to Hudson to give Bodie Cox another moment or two to collect himself. 2-0 Davis County, runner at first, 2 outs, top of the 4th. And the 0-1. Chopper to short. Juggling it, but collecting it finally was Jones. He makes the shuffle over to Roberts for the force out, and that will be that. At the end of 3.5, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free, no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
4th inning's brought to you by Wells Hometown Drugs. Stop in and see Milo and his team today. And don't forget they offer free delivery to Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. Ben Olsen leads things off for Knoxville, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it away. Olsen walked back in the first, and he ended up stranded. Caleb Wagler has pitched 2 over the minimum thus far as we play in the bottom of the 4th. Next one to Olsen. Fastball inside, 1-1. This is a very good Knoxville offense. They have scored 66 runs. That leads the South Central Conference. The 1-1. That bounces to the plate, 2 balls, 1 strike. Now, if you factor in runs per game, because keep in mind, Knoxville is playing their 13th game while Davis County is playing their 5th. Davis County scored 21 runs in 4 games. Knoxville scored 66 in 12. Don't worry, I did the math. Here's a 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground and foul to the first base side, evening the count at 2-2. Knoxville averages 5.5 runs a game, 66 divided by 12, in case you're wondering. Davis County, on the other hand, is averaging 5.3 runs a game, 21 divided by 4. 2-2 pitch to Olsen. Curveball, strike 3 called on the outside corner, and Olsen is strikeout victim number 6. Make that 7. And he's the first out of the inning. Strikeouts are brought to you by Keys Foods. Don't strike out when it comes to supper. Come see Brian and the staff at Keys Foods for some awesome smoked and barbecue meats. The whole family will love it. Don't forget to follow them on Facebook. Caleb Striegel looks at a fastball outside, ball 1. 2-0 Davis County, bases empty, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 4th. The 1-0. Fastball inside corner. That evens the count at 1-1. A rather lively crowd here. It's probably the most chatty crowd I've heard so far this year. And now the 1-1 pitch from Wagler, and it's swung on and missed, making it 1-2. So Wagler has another man set up. Striegel also already struck out looking his first time up in the first, looking to avoid being another strikeout victim. And the 1-2 pitch is a curveball outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. A walk and a hit by pitch. That's really been the only blemishes on Wagler's resume thus far tonight. The 2-2 pitch, that's a foul ball, hit back of us towards the concession stand, actually, so look out. And we'll do it again at 2-2. Outfield at normal death straight away. And a 2-ball, 2-strike pitch from Wagler. Curveball bounces in the dirt. Good block by Hill. Like to see those fundamentals stay sharp even though there's nobody on base. And now the count is full to Caleb Striegel. Striegel, he struck out looking his first time up. And he looks at ball 4 this time.
Now batting second baseman R.J. Roberts.
Third base runner allowed by Wagler. And now R.J. Roberts is the batter. He struck out looking his first time up back in the second. Tying run out the plate for Knoxville. They trail 2-0. Davis County scored 2 runs in the first, and it is held up thus far. He squares the bunt. He gets it down, pushes it to Wagler. He juggles it, and he won't have a play. Wagler got to the ball, but he wasn't able to catch it cleanly. He dropped it, and Roberts, showing good speed, made it to first, and that will go down as an error, E1. So an error on Wagler, 2 on, 1 out, and the batter is Kyle Ramsey, who struck out swinging back in the second in his first at-bat. Fastball in the dirt, ball 1. So really the first sign of trouble so far for Wagler. And let's see if he can pitch out of it. Ramsey with an open stance. He's a right-hander versus a left-hander Wagler. And the 1-ball pitch is a fastball upstairs for ball 2. Timeout called by head coach Todd White, and he's going to come out to talk to his junior left-hander. Davis County Baseball is brought to you by William Penn University. It's a place to widen your potential. Daytime, online, and evening classes begin every 8 weeks. Visit wmpenn.edu for more information. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash, quality oil changes to a touch-free car wash. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash on the corner of Vine and Madison in Ottumwa. And Citizens Mutual, don't forget, you can watch the Mustang games on CMTV Channel 9 all season. So head coach Todd White not only talking with his left-hander Wagler, but the entire Mustang infield, and the home plate umpire comes up to break up the festivities. Pretty manageable pitch count for Wagler thus far. He's at 56 with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. 2-0 the count to Ramsey. And we'll see if Knoxville decides to play small ball or if they decide to go station to station and try for the big inning. The 2-0. Swinging away is Ramsey, and he comes up empty. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 is a good hit and run count. So we'll see if Knoxville is running. The runners do go, and Ramsey got hit by the pitch, and the bases are loaded.
Now batting center fielder Carter Bailey.
So now Carter Bailey, who got hit by a pitch his first time up, has a chance to drive in the first Knoxville run, or perhaps tie the game or take the lead. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball fouled away. Wagler coming right after Bailey. And he has a count at 0-1. Davis County looking to turn 2 to get out of this inning. Bases loaded. 1 out. Davis County with a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch is to the backstop, but it comes right back to Hill. He throws to third, and they have the runner caught up to third. Back to home. Slayton running down the runner, and he is finally out. I'm gonna have to ask our scorekeeper on the call of that pickoff, but he is out. That was Striegel who got picked off first, and a running error by Striegel now has 2 outs in an inning. But during that whole rundown, Roberts took third and Ramsey took second, so Bailey could still tie this game with a hit, but there are 2 outs now in the inning, and Wagler is 1 out away from escaping the jam. The 0-1 to Bailey. Strike on the outside corner. And now the count is no balls, 2 strikes. Wagler's had luck on his side so far tonight. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Wagler is out of the jam, and the inning is over. Knoxville loads the bases, but they do not score. At the end of 4, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neeps Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Caleb Wagler escapes a bases-loaded one-out jam, and he is able to preserve the 2-0 Davis County lead as we play in the top of the 5th. Davis County looking for their 4th straight win. Looking to win the same way they won last night. Hopefully they can add on a couple more runs, but their 2 first-inning runs have stood up thus far. Top of the order for Davis County, starting with Owen Bennett. First pitch is in the dirt, ball 1. Bennett 1 for 2. He singled and scored in the first and popped out in foul territory to the pitcher in his second at-bat. Here comes the 1-0. Outside ball 2. It'll be Bennett, then Slayton, and DeCry for the Mustangs. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Low and outside, ball 3. The wind and the next one to Bennett. A bit low, and Bennett has himself a 4-pitch walk.
Now batting shortstop, Trevor Slayton.
That moves the line to Trevor Slayton, who is 2 for 2, a pair of singles. He also has a run scored tonight. Slayton has 2 of the 5 Davis County hits. Here's the first pitch to him, fastball over but low. 1 ball, no strikes to Trevor Slayton. Bennett takes his lead from first, a very modest lead. And the pitch, that's right down central for strike 1. Davis County has a tournament tomorrow in Burlington as their busy part of the season continues as they make up all those rain games. The runner goes, pitch is chopped, it deep in the hole to short, and Jones won't have a play. Infield single for Slayton, and it was because they sent the runner. Jones broke to second, and Slayton grounded it right to where he was occupied, and Jones could not get back to throw Slayton out after he got to the ground ball. So the first 2 reach for Davis County, and here is Draven DeCry. This is exactly the way the first inning started. Well, not exactly. Bennett and Slayton singled in the first. This time Bennett reached on a walk and Slayton singled. Regardless, 2 on, none out. First pitch is bunted, third base side, and Hudson cannot make the play. And the bases are loaded with nobody out. We'll wait on the official score of that. Looks like it scored a hit.
Now batting third baseman Noah Zmolik.
And now Noah Zmolik has a chance to do some serious damage and give Davis County some cushion with the bases loaded and none out. We just saw Knoxville not able to take advantage of a bases loaded 1-out situation. It would be particularly demoralizing for the Panthers if the Mustangs can push across a few runs in this instance. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Davis County. 0-0 and 1 for Knoxville. Top of the 5th, 2-0 Davis County. As they come into this game with a 3-1 record, looking for win number 4 in a row after a season-opening loss to Centerville. Speaking of the Big Reds, who are the defending state champs, Davis County will see them on Monday in Bloomfield for a doubleheader. That'll wrap up the season series with them. Season series last year didn't go well for Davis County versus Knoxville as they dropped all 3 to the Panthers. Panthers rolled over pretty much everybody. Went 16-2 last year. case you're wondering, their two losses did come against the state champs, the Centerville Big Reds. Conference on the mound is over, and Noah Smolek looks at a strike at the outside corner. That was a nice off-speed pitch from Hudson. Smoke looked like he was looking fastball, and Hudson was able to cross him up. The 0-1. Hit in the air, shallow right field. Coming on is Striegel. He makes the catch, and no tag from third. So Smolek flies out to right. Bases remain loaded with one out.
Now batting, designated hitter Clay Collier.
And here's Clay Collier. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He tripled in the first past the diving Striegel, and then fouled out to the catcher. Bases loaded, one out as we play in the top of the 5th. And here's Hudson's first pitch to Collier. Popped up, short left field, drifting back as a shortstop Jones, and he makes the catch.
Now batting center fielder Garl Norman.
This will be a big swing of momentum if Knoxville can get out of the bases loaded, none out jam here in the top of the 5th. Garl Norman represents Davis County's last chance to get something in this inning. And the first pitch to Norman, outside, ball 1. Bennett walked, he's at third. Slayton singled, he stands at second. And DeGry, who also singled, takes his lead from first. Fastball on the outside corner, strike 1 to Garl Norman, evening the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Hudson comes set, and he comes home with the next one. A swing and a miss by Norman. And now he's in the hole 1 and 2. Caden Hill waits on deck. Norman now looking to battle. Down 1 and 2. Hudson delivers. Fastball upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Davis County up 2-0. Top of the 5th. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called on the inside corner, and that will do it. Davis County loads the bases with nobody out, but they can't score. Going to the bottom of the 5th, it's Davis County 2, Knoxville 0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neeps Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neeps Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County 2, Knoxville 0. As we play in the bottom of the 5th, it'll be 8, 9, and 1 to face Caleb Wagler, who pitched out of a jam back in the bottom of the 4th. He had bases loaded, 1 out, but he was able to wiggle out of it thanks to a runner getting picked off, trying to advance on a not too wild pitch, and then a strikeout. First pitch to Bodie Cox is a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Cox struck out swinging his first time up back in the 2nd. Davis County also were not able to take advantage of a bases loaded situation in the previous half inning. That pitch is outside, ball 1. They loaded the bases with nobody out, However, 2 fly balls not deep enough, and then a strikeout ended the threat. The 1-1 from Wagler. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Bodie Cox, I should say, from Caleb Wagler. Wagler with the wind and the 1-2. A bit outside. Cox did good not to chase that. And he'll see another pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wagler nods, winds and deals. Fastball well outside and to the backstop, and now the count is full. Cox leading off the bottom of the 5th. Davis County with the 2-0 lead. And the payoff pitch coming from Wagler. He struck him out. Cox couldn't catch up with the high heat. That is strikeout number 9 for Caleb Wagler. That matches his season high. His career high is 11. And he struck out 11 Centerville Big Reds last year. Here's Logan Clark. Fastball is inside, ball 1. So 9 strikeouts for Caleb Wagler. And just 2 walks on the evening as well. 1-0. Fastball at the waist and on the outside corner for strike 1. Now the 1-1 from Wagler. That's a, thought it was a strike, but that was over but low, 2-1. Clark awaits the 2-1 pitch. That was a breaking ball, it stayed inside, and count now is 3 balls, 1 strike. Clark flew out to left, back in the 3rd, he's 0 for 1. And the 3-1 pitch is low and outside, ball 4, and Clark is aboard. 3rd walk allowed by Wagler.
Shortstop, Colton Jones.
Back to the top of the order in Colton Jones. He grounded out to second in the 1st, tried to reach on a bunt in the 3rd, but he bunted it too hard, right back to the pitcher Wagler, who threw him out. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Davis County, 0-0 and 1 for Knoxville. First pitch of Jones is in the dirt, ball 1. Clark takes his lead from first. And now throw back, and Clark dives back safely. One out in the inning, man at first. And the next delivery to Jones, a pop-up on a bunt. The catch is made by Hill, and they tried to double him off, but a bit of a cross-up between both DeCry and Hale. They both went to cover first. Hale, it looked like Hill had the throw there in time to double off Clark, but
Mike Hudson.
I don't think neither Hale nor DeCry knew which one wanted to catch it, so neither did, and Clark was back safely at first. Regardless, there's 2 outs now in the inning. And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Hudson. Clark bluffed it like he was going to go, but then stopped. Hudson has struck out both times he's been up. The 0-1. Hit on a line to left. That drops in front of Nathan Smolik for a base hit. Clark will stop at second. That is the first hit of the game for Knoxville.
Now batting third baseman Ben Olson.
The tying runs are aboard, and if you're a Knoxville fan, this is the man you want up. Ben Olson strides to the plate. Came into the game batting .364 to lead the team, slugging .591 to also lead the team. And the first pitch to Olsen is swung on and missed. Olsen has 3 homers on the season, as well as 13 runs batted in. That also leads all Panthers. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. So Olsen now in the hole. Wagler a strike away from getting out of this 5th inning. And the next one to Olsen, fouled away. No balls, 2 strikes to Ben Olsen, with runners at first and second and 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Davis County scored 2 runs, 2 unearned runs in the top of the first, and it's held up thus far. That pitch is chopped at the plate, foul. And so he gets himself another pitch after getting a piece of that Wagler offering. Wagler has struck out 9 so far today. Make it 10 after he comes up empty on that swing. Olsen strikes out to end the inning. So Caleb Wagler with 10 strikeouts on the night. And Knoxville's retired in the bottom of the 5th. Heading to the top of the 6th. 2-0 Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
We've reached the top of the 6th. Davis County leads 2-0 over Knoxville as they look for their 4th straight victory over the Panthers, but looking to reverse a trend. They went 0-3 versus Knoxville last year, but they're nursing a 2-0 lead thus far. Caden Hill leads things off for the Mustangs. He struck out twice thus far. First pitch is a curveball, strike 1 from Mike Hudson, who really has pitched well. Despite allowing 7 hits, he's pitched around a lot of trouble. And the next one to Hill, fastball. That one's off the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hudson struck out 3. He's also picked off 3. The 1-1 pitch is a fastball, perhaps bit high, perhaps outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Hill, Hale, and Nathan Smolik, the 3 due up for Davis County. The next one to Hill, hit in the air, right field, tracking it is Striegel, and he backs up a bit but makes the catch.
Now batting, first baseman Logan Hale.
Logan Hale's the batter. He walked his first time up in the 2nd and then flew out to center back in the 4th. You're really hoping Davis County doesn't regret not being able to take advantage of that bases loaded, none out situation in the previous inning. They really could have put some space in between themselves and the Panthers. First pitch to Hale's a fastball on the outside corner. Strike 1. Hale still looking for his first hit of the season. Be a great time to get it here. The 0-1. Curveball, strike 2. Hudson really has settled in. Not a lot of strong contact off him. The 0-2 pitch popped up on the infield. Actually, this will go out to the outfield. Converging on the ball, but making the catch is Roberts. Jones, Bailey, and Roberts all converged on it, but Roberts took charge to make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting left fielder Nathan Smolik.
Nathan Smolik will bat with the bases empty, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 6th, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing. Hudson's first offering is slapped away foul. And it missed everybody's trucks or vehicles in the parking lot. Smolik walked in the 2nd and then hit into a fielder's choice in the 4th. Hudson has not yet thrown a 1-2-3 inning, and he may just do it here as a pop-up into short left center field. Making the catch is Bailey, and that's that. Davis County goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th. We head to the bottom part of the inning as the Mustangs lead it 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing. In the bottom of the 6th, Mustangs 6 outs away from securing their 4th straight win. Wagler back on top of the mound. He has kept Knoxville scoreless through 5. And he has also struck out 10 so far tonight.
Off the bottom of the 6th for Knoxville, right fielder Caleb Striegel.
Striegel was one of the strikeout victims. He went down looking in the 1st. He also walked and probably had the key mistake that kept Davis County's lead at 2 and also kept Knoxville off the board. I'll try to explain after this pitch. Here's the first one to Striegel, and it's a fastball right down central for strike 1. Striegel was at 3rd with the bases loaded and 1 out, and a pitch got past Hill to the backstop. Striegel thought about going, but then stopped halfway through and ended up getting thrown out in a rundown. That pitch is fouled away. That was the 2nd out of the inning. Wagler was able to strike out Carter Bailey to get out of the jam, and that really was the biggest threat that Knoxville has been able to muster tonight. The 0-2 to Striegel. That's hit on a hop to 2nd. DeCry flips to 1st in time. 1 out.
Now batting second baseman R.J. Roberts.
R.J. Roberts is the batter. He struck out looking back in the 2nd and reached on an error in the 4th, so he's 0 for 2. Wagler has been fantastic so far today. And the first pitch is fouled away towards the parking lot. Good thing about high school baseball is there are plenty of kids around to track down the foul balls that end up going where adults don't want to go. The next pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to R.J. Roberts, who came into the game batting .216. Here's the next one to him. That's popped up foul. That will get out of play to the first base side. Looks like a couple of JV players from Davis County will go after that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes to R.J. Roberts. Wagler with the pitch. Over but low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now a timeout called by head coach, Coach White, and that might do it for Caleb Wagler as he has reached his limit. I think if Coach White wants him to pitch on Monday, that's going to have to do it for Caleb Wagler, and it does. What a game pitched by Caleb Wagler. We'll go over the numbers when we come back, as it looks like it'll be Caden Hill that will be taking the mound, looking to preserve the 2-0 Davis County lead. When we come back, we'll give you the position changes for the Mustangs with 1 out and the base is empty here in the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Caden Hill is the new pitcher for the Mustangs as Caleb Wagler has reached his pitch limit according to head coach Todd White. And I do believe if he wants Caleb Wagler to pitch versus Centerville, that will have to do it for him. So that'll bring in Caden Hill. So he'll take the mound. Clay Collier comes away. It will not be the DH anymore. He will now be catching Hill. Looks like Hill's done with his warm-up tosses. So R.J. Roberts strides in, and keep in mind the count is 2 balls, 2 strikes to R.J. Roberts.
Now
so
for Davis County, number 18, Caden Hill.
So Hill's going to have to get focused and get focused in a hurry. The 2-2 pitch is a fastball off the plate inside. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Make that 3-2 now. And here's the payoff pitch. That's hit foul behind us, and we'll do it again. And another payoff pitch coming to R.J. Roberts. Strike 3 called. R.J. Roberts thought that he had a walk. Instead, he strikes out looking. And
first baseman Kyle Ramsey.
Actually, there are a couple mistakes there. Collier threw the ball back to the mound like it was out number 3, but that's only the 2nd out. Hill has 1 more to go. And here's the first pitch. Curveball, a bit outside, ball 1. Now I'm wondering, since Wagler left with a 2-2 count, there was a strikeout. Does Wagler get credit for the strikeout or Hill? That pitches in the dirt ball 2. And I'm getting absolutely no help from the gentleman here in the box. Hill comes home with the 2-0. Swing and a miss. For now, we'll give that strikeout to Hill. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Ramsey. Fastball outside, 3-1. Ramsey struck out swinging in the 2nd and was hit by a pitch. So the book is closed on Wagler, and what a line he had. The 3-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate inside, and that is a walk, a 2-out walk to Kyle Ramsey. The tying run comes to the plate
Center fielder Carter Bailey.
in the person of Carter Bailey, and that's important because Knoxville has hit 4 home runs this season. Ben Olsen has 3 of them, and the other one belongs to the man at the plate, Carter Bailey. So we have a courtesy runner, that's Gage Rowley. And he will run for Bailey. Beg your pardon, he runs for Ramsey. First pitch is a ball from Hill. So Caleb Wagler, 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowing no runs on just 1 hit. He walked 3 and he struck out 10. Great game for Wagler. Hill's going to look to try to preserve the win for him, and that pitch is outside as well, ball 2. So Hill with 10 pitches so far, only 3 for strikes. He takes a peek to first. Now throws to first, and shuffling back to first is Rowley. Two 2-0 to count to Bailey. And the next one coming, swing and a miss. Bailey was swinging on the 2-0 pitch, but he came up empty on the fastball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bodie Cox, the catcher, waits on deck for Knoxville. The 2-1 pitch. Hit on the ground is short. Slayton charges, gloves, throws, not in time. And it's an infield single for Bailey. That was just a play where Bailey was able to hustle it out after Slayton was playing deep and short. Had no chance after collecting that worm burner to throw him out. That keeps the inning alive for Bodie Cox. Cox has struck out twice so far today. And Hill's first pitch to Cox on the inside corner, strike 1. Hill looking to get out of this jam and move the Mustangs to within 3 outs away of securing this win. The 0-1 cut on and missed by Cox. No balls, 2 strikes now to Knoxville's catcher. Hill set and comes home. It's a curveball hit to third. And Smolek will just tag out Rowley, who was headed to third, and that will do it. No runs, a hit, no errors with 2 left. And as we head to the top of the 7th, 2-0 Davis County on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
If you've been looking to take your nursing career to the next level, William Penn University is ready to help. With the RN to BSN program, you could have your degree in as little as 17 months. You'll find individualized attention from professors that care about your success. William Penn wants to see each and every student succeed in their education and life. That's why our advisors work with you to provide affordable tuition. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And welcome back to Knoxville. New pitcher on the mound for the Panthers. It's Kobe Marshall. And he will look to try to keep this game at 2-0 for Knoxville as we play in the 7th and final inning. Just 2 unearned Davis County runs scored in the top of the 1st have held up thus far. Mustangs will send at the top of their order Bennett, Slayton, and DeCry to try to give themselves some insurance here in the top of the 7th. Kobe Marshall, in case you're wondering, this is his 4th appearance. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings. He has an ERA of 3. He struck out 3 while walking 2, and opponents are batting .286 against him. Marshall's a right-hander.
For Knoxville, number 18, Kobe Marshall. Leading off the top of the 7th for Davis County, right fielder Owen Bennett.
Bennett so far in the game is 1 for 2. Singled and scored in the 1st, popped out to the in foul territory to the pitcher in the 2nd, and walked in the 5th. Beg your pardon. He's 1 for 2. I said that. And here comes the first pitch from Kobe Marshall. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball, no strike to Owen Bennett. Hudson pitching 6 strong innings, allowing 2 runs, but none of them earned on 7 hits. The 1-0. Off speed, and that's on the outside corner for strike 1. Hudson walked 2, and he struck out 3. The 1-1 coming to Bennett. Fastball outside corner. 1-2. Bennett got his first hit since the season opener in the 1st inning. Looking for his first multi-hit game of the year, if he can get a knock off Marshall. And the pitch. Fouled off the leg of Bennett. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Approaching the bottom of the 9 o'clock hour. Great to have you with us from here in Knoxville on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Davis County looking for their 4th straight win. 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Owen Bennett. Kobe Marshall, the new Knoxville pitcher, waits on the top of the rubber. Now the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Curveball up high, ball 2. If this is going to be every single Davis County game, then sign me up, because this has been just a tight, well-pitched game. A bit of leaky defense on both sides, but all in all, a pretty well-played game. Curveball is chopped at the plate. It comes down to Marshall, the pitcher, and he throws out Bennett.
Now batting shortstop, Trevor Slayton.
Base is empty, 1 out. Trevor Slayton so far is 3 for 3, so he's looking to keep his big day going. Marshall's ready, and the wind and the first pitch coming to Trevor is a curveball that lands at the feet of Slayton for ball 1. DeCry hustling from the on-deck circle to get that ball. That was over towards the Knoxville dugout, so he had a bit of a ways to run. Now the 1-0. Curveball, strike 1. Every curveball, if you've noticed over the course of the season, it's kind of like fingerprints. They're not exactly alike. There's another curveball, but that stays high, making it 2-1. And that makes me think of Tien Theavong from Albia, who had one of the nastiest curveballs I've seen so far this year. Had Davis County buckling in the mid to late innings last night. And the 2-1 pitch coming from Marshall to Slayton. That slap foul the opposite way and into the parking lot to our right. Two balls, 2 strikes to Trevor Slayton. Base is empty, 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Slayton looks at a ball in the dirt, and now the count is full. Payoff pitch coming to Trevor Slayton as he looks to get aboard and start a Mustang rally here in the top of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Inside, ball 4. And Slayton walks. Walks are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs and enjoy a smooth ride on the Polaris to get those chores done. Driven to Cry, he is 1 for 2 so far with a sacrifice. Slayton has decent speed at first. See if Davis County looks to send him to try to get an insurance run in scoring position. He stays put, and DeCry comes up empty on the first pitch for strike 1. 2 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for Davis County. No runs, 2 hits, and 1 error for Knoxville. Marshall with the peak to first, and now the 0-1. Curveball popped up. That's going to stay on the infield, drifting to foul territory, but Cox cannot make the catch. That stayed up for a while as Cox, Ramsey, and Marshall, the pitcher, all converged near the on-deck circle, but neither can make the catch. So DeCry gets a second lease at life. Another 0-2 pitch coming to Draven DeCry from Kobe Marshall. Timeout call by DeCry at the plate. Davis County looking to hang on, or add, I should say, their 2-0 lead here in the top of the 7th. Marshall steps off. So now some mind games being played by pitcher and batter. Now DeCry steps back in. Wags the bat a couple times. Runner goes, pitches in the dirt for ball 1, and Slayton is in easily as he takes second without a throw. So that is, I believe that's the first stolen base for Slayton this season. He's in scoring position with 1 out, and now 1-2 is the count to Draven DeCry with Noah Smolik waiting on deck. And the delivery by Marshall, that's in the dirt as well. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Timeout called by Bodie Cox. He wants to come out and talk to his pitcher. Just reminding you, Davis County will be in Burlington tomorrow morning for the Burlington tournament. They'll play the host Greyhounds at 10 o'clock in game 1, and then right after, they'll play Davenport North in game number 2. Marshall now back on top of the mound, takes a look at second, comes set, and he rocks and fires. Curveball, strike 3 called, and DeCry is gone.
Now batting third baseman Noah Smolik.
So it's up to Noah Smolik to try to extend the Davis County lead with a hit. Smolik thus far is 0 for 3. He reached on an error in the first and ended up getting picked off, and then flew out in both the 3rd and the 5th. 2-0 Davis County, top of the 7th. Runner at first with 2 outs. First one for Marshall, fastball outside, ball 1. Marshall working deliberately. And he steps off the rubber. The field umpires trotting over to the third base dugout to maybe he wants to talk to the head coach of Knoxville, Matt Miller. Don't know quite about what, but they are having a conversation. Now Matt Miller will come to talk to the home plate umpire. No, he won't. He's actually going towards the first base dugout. I think he has something to say to one of the Davis County people. Somebody was flashing photography in the stands, so Mike Miller wanted to just trot over and kindly tell the individual to stop it. Now we're set. 1-0 to count to Nosmolik. And the next delivery from Marshall is a fastball hit up the middle, but right into the glove of Marshall. Throws to first, and that will do it for Davis County in the 7th. So Davis County is 3 outs away from their 4th win in a row. Last chance coming up for Knoxville. Davis County leads it 2-0 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County needs 3 more outs in order to secure their 4th straight win. They'll face the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. If anybody gets on, then Knoxville's most dangerous hitter, Ben Olson, will come to the plate. So the fact that Knoxville was able to extend the last inning may play a huge role to the end of this game. First pitch from Hill is a strike to Logan Clark, who is 0 for 1 with a walk so far in this game. The 0-1, swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Kane Hill came in after Wagler retired the first man in the bottom of the 6th. He was able to get out of that inning. That is his first full inning in relief. That pitch is a little bit off the plate. And it's 1-2. Hill with the wind and the 1-2 pitch. Hill on the ground to third. Noah Smolik scoops and throws, and he's got him.
Now batting shortstop, Colton Jones.
Back to the top of the order, and Colton Jones. He's tried to bunt twice in this game. After grounding out to grounding out to second his first time up, he tried to bunt to third, but bunted it too hard and got it to the pitcher. Here's the first pitch to him. He swings away and he fouls it off his body, making it 0-1. And then in the 3rd inning, he tried to bunt and he popped it up and ended up drifting into foul territory, and Hill, the catcher, was able to make the snag and retire Jones. So he's 0 for 3. Next one is in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th. Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing. The 1-1 from Hill. Hit on the ground to third. Smolik throws across the diamond in time. 2 outs.
Now batting left fielder Mike Hudson.
Mike Hudson represents a last chance for Knoxville. He struck out twice, and he also has a single, so he's 1 for 3. 1 more out for Davis County to get in order to earn this win, and that's pop foul behind us and out of play. Hudson came into this game batting .314 with 7 runs batted in. The 0-1, fastball outside, ball 1. A close stance by the left-hander Hudson. He swings at that one and fouls it back. And now Knoxville is down to their last strike. Hill looking to close things out. and earned a save for Caleb Wagler. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball upstairs, got past the catcher Collier into the backstop. That scared a couple people in the stands. That evens the count at 2-2. Collier goes out to the mound to talk to Hill. I think Hill's a bit too jacked up before that pitch, a bit too excited. Now the 2-2 pitch. He struck him out, and the Stangs win. The Stangs win. The Mustangs win it. They shut out their second straight opponent by the final score of 2-0. We'll take a break and come back to talk about the totals. The Mustangs win this one over Knoxville on the road by the final score of 2-0. You're watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neeps Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neeps Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And it's all over for them here in Knoxville. Davis County beats the Knoxville Panthers by the final score of 2-0, and it was a pretty much deja vu from what happened last night. 2 unearned runs scored in the first, and the Mustangs were able to hold that up throughout the game. Caleb Wagler, what a start by him. 5 1/3 innings pitched, allowing just 1 run. Actually, no runs earned on 1 hit. He walked 3 and he struck out 10. And Davis County got their 2 runs in the top of the first. Bennett and Slayton hit back-to-back singles. DeCry sacrificed them to second and third. And then a throwing error allowed both Bennett and Slayton to score. So those 2 unearned runs were the only 2 tallies of the game. And Caleb Wagler was able to get those to hold. Wagler pitched 5 1/3 with 1 hit ball, shutting out the Knoxville Panthers throughout his 5 1/3, and then he struck out 10 and walked 3. Caden Hill came in, pitched the final inning in 2/3, allowing just 1 hit. He walked 1, struck out 2. This is the Northside Insurance postgame show. Call to claim your friends at Northside Insurance take care of you. And if my producer nods me and tells me we're good on breaks, okay, we are. So let's give you the Neebs Graphics Player of the Game. Think of them first variety of custom-made shirts, hats, banners, and much more. Stop in and see Kylie today on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. Caleb Wagler, Davis County starting pitcher, is the Neebs Graphics Player of the Game. We told you his line. He got the win. He's 1-0. Caden Hill, in relief, gets the save. That's his first, and Davis County wins their 4th in a row. Time of the game was 1:54 here in Knoxville. That had a game time temperature of 84, but it felt pretty pleasant, and it got cooler as the day went on. So once again, our final score, Davis County 2, Knoxville nothing, and the Mustangs improve to 5 and make that 4-1 on the season. They've won 4 in a row, and Knoxville drops to 3-10. We'd like to thank you for making us a part of your Friday evening. We'll be back with you Saturday morning, so quick turnaround for everybody involved, as we'll be in Burlington for the first of 2 tournament games we'll be bringing to you. The first one will be Davis County versus Burlington at 10 a.m. That's the scheduled first pitch time. We look forward to having you join us then. For our producer, Corey Finch, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from Knoxville. You've been watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.